Hey guys. Hey guys, today we're going to be reacting to Balvarine's reaction to Alliance at Champs, talking about why they make the rotations 10 times more difficult. That and why Hakis is an idiot. Coming up next.
They rotate into difficult positions for their legend compositions, and they make their games 10 times more difficult than they need to.
He goes on to elaborate that Alliance is making their games 10 times more difficult by not making more zone-style decisions in the rotations. So, let's take a look at a game real quick from Champs. Or is it from Champs? Nope, this is from the regional finals in EMEA. I want you to take a look at where Alliance is in relation to the rest of the map. They're in the same spot. So, we have to put what they're doing through the Champs through the filter of their experience in EMEA. Now, let me put my tinfoil hat on for just a second. The zones for EMEA, for NA, for the different regions are different depending on the season, right? So the read that they make at Champs to come and play this choke point is at least partially probably based on the experiences that they've had before in EMEA, right? So let's see what they do here. They're in a position with no one behind them. They have tons of space to look for a good insertion point to in-game. Why did this not happen at Champs? Well, for one, Gen G did the speed racer move and went all the way around and got behind them. This happened multiple times. I think it was something that Alliance was not expecting. They are a deep edge team, so for a team to come around behind them on deep edge, I think is a departure from what Alliance has experienced previously. So, enough with the trickery. Let's go take a little look at where they actually were in this moment and what they're looking for, right? All right. They're not doing necessarily a scan-to-scan rotation here. They're looking to farm purples. They're looking to make sure that they have a shield advantage on anyone on edge. As they're coming in here, I think they're at least vaguely aware, and we can verify that in just a second, about the existence of some teams on the edge here. Now, I think the hope is to hold them out on edge, but this is maybe where they did make a little bit of a mistake. They do get caught in the tunnel here. They know that's potentially going to get 30 by Hot Dog Mafia, but really what they're looking for here, and knowing that Valkyrie's in the game, maybe they're expecting this team to just fly around and fuck off. I think what they're hoping for is for a pull that's advantageous to them, which debatably this one is, to apply some late game pressure onto Hot Dog Mafia and have a perfect in-game insertion point to be able to win the game. As an example of where this works for them, there are plenty of them, but we'll take one from regional finals again. Let's see where Alliance is through the mid-game. Deep on edge. This is where Alliance thrives. This is where they want to be. Deep on edge, dealing with teams one at a time, looking for isolated fights, looking for insertion points, playing Jenga with the map, looking for the loose piece, or looking to apply some pressure that's going to allow them to take space in-game. Probably are going to kill Na'Vi on this building, and they do. So look at this position here, right? This is match point, regional finals, tons of pressure, just the same way that it was at Champs, right? They've applied pressure onto what they feel is a good insertion point. They win a fight because the whole team is insane, right? And then they're in a position to win the game from, what Balvarine is saying, an in-game power position, right? So, let me clarify from here. Do I think Hakis is an idiot? No, I think Hakis is extremely smart. I think the team as a whole is very good at what they do. I think what happened to them at Champs was maybe they were not expecting a deeper edge team like Gen G to come and grief them the way that they did. It happened consistently. I saw Gen G walk up on their back in World's Edge, and I'm sure it was very frustrating from Alliance perspective, because what do you do from there? Swap to more of a zone playstyle? Do you try and play even deeper on the edge and potentially get caught at some choke points late game? I think we have a responsibility as coaches not to make binary judgments based on what we're seeing initially. A lot of the decisions that teams make are passed through the filter of thousands of games, hundreds of pulls, their pre-existing strategy coming into the game. I think when we make a black and white judgment on this is the wrong play, this is the right play, we need to spend some time taking into consideration their experience, their strategy, where they've come from, where they've been successful, right? So I think, even just coaching one-on-one, it's very dangerous to make plays that you're telling as truth. When maybe we need to spend a little bit more time discerning what the truth is ourselves.